Professional Standards and Practices Committee is an independent agency created by the General Assembly and the Professional Educator Discipline Act. The mission of the PSPC is to provide leadership for improving the quality of education in this Commonwealth by establishing high standards for preparation, certification, practice, and ethical conduct in the teaching profession. The PSPC has 13 members, broadly representing the education community in Pennsylvania. Members are appointed by the governor with the advice and consent of a majority of the members of the Senate. Under the Act, the membership shall consist of 6 classroom teachers, 3 administrators, at least one of whom is a commissioned officer and one a principal, 1 administrator from an approved institution of higher learning in the Commonwealth, offering approved teacher education programs, 2 members from the general public, one of whom is an elected public school director, and 1 educational specialist. In addition to the 13 members, a member of the state board sits ex officio as a non-voting member. The PSPC realizes its mission through its 3 designated roles. 1, it's an advisor to the State Board of Education on issues related to teacher certification and preparation. 2, it's an overseer of the Code of Professional Practice and Conduct for Educators. And 3, it's an adjudicator of discipline against teachers within the Commonwealth. This includes administering educator discipline in Pennsylvania and overseeing the reinstatement of certification or eligibility to be employed in a charter or cyber charter school or in a contracted educational provider that has been suspended, surrendered, or revoked. The disciplinary authority of the PSPC is absolute. PDE is responsible for the intake of complaints and for the investigation and prosecution of educator misconduct. PDE receives allegations of educator misconduct from various sources. Information regarding alleged misconduct may come from Pennsylvania Justice Network referrals, mandatory reports by school entities and educators, or members of the public. The Act delineates a very specific process for the receipt and investigation of complaints and the commencement of formal disciplinary proceedings. If after investigation PDE determines discipline is warranted, PDE will file a notice of charges with the PSPC. Once a notice of charges is filed, in some cases, the PSPC appoints a neutral hearing officer to conduct a hearing on its behalf and prepare a recommended decision. In other cases, the matter proceeds directly to the PSPC for adjudication. In all cases, the PSPC is the ultimate fact finder and adjudicator. The PSPC announces its decisions orally at its regularly scheduled public meetings. Written decisions are issued shortly thereafter. Decisions imposing public discipline are made public. Both the affected educator and PDE may appeal to the PSPC's decision to the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court. For a detailed explanation of each step in the disciplinary process, you can visit the PSPC website. The PSPC's authority under the Act extends to all educators, including administrators, who hold Pennsylvania certification. In addition, charter school staff members who serve in a position in a charter school for which certification would be required in a traditional public school also fall under the PSPC's jurisdiction. In addition, the PSPC's jurisdiction is not affected by the status of an educator's certificate. So, for example, if the certificate is lapsed or inactive, or by the status or location of a current employer. For example, if you're retired, work in a private school, or have out-of-state employment. Each year, the PSPC compiles data regarding the disciplinary actions it imposes. The PSPC provides this data to the governor, the General Assembly, the State Board, members of the education profession, other stakeholders, and the public. This data is a part of the annual report, which the Commission is required to publish under the Educator Discipline Act. The annual report also details current initiatives of the Commission. The contents of this video were created with resources from the PSPC's website, including the publicly available annual report from the year 2020. Your learning experience for this activity will include exploring the PSPC's website in more detail and efforts to deepen your understanding of the PA Professional Standards and Practices Committee.